of his life is really a treat and an honor, and this fragrance is screaming out of here. I do encourage you, jump in. If you haven't ordered it yet, don't wait. If you wait, you will lose out, and then you'll have to wait 6 months to get it in retail, and it's gonna be more expensive there. It'll be probably Christmas time or after, and you won't get the Rollerball, you'll have to just spend more. And you get this delivered now. So you'll be part of the first in the world to experience easy like Sunday morning. Certainly inspired by a mood and a feeling of that iconic song and so many other iconic songs. Let's go through the list. I mean, 4-time Grammy Award winner, 10-time American Music Award winner, an Academy Award, a BET Award, I mean, Golden Globe Award winner, International Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, inducted last year, and boy, he's not slowing down anytime soon. Lionel Richie, thank you again for just your everything, just everything.
You know, I need Callie, to just have you. I'm gonna tape what you just said and just play it every morning when I wake up. You know, and I'm sitting there thinking, this is the worst day of my life. I've got things I've got to do that I don't want to do, and then I'm gonna press that button, and you just give me that introduction every morning. I'll be a happier, gentler guy. I mean, you know. And then I'll just spritz a little bit of this easy like Sunday morning on, and I'm good to go.
It'll be a great day after all. No, I love it when good things happen to good people, and you're certainly one of those good people. Isn't it funny to think, I mean, you grew up in such a small town, Tuskegee, Alabama, and then, you know, you're larger than life. I mean, after all these years, larger than even. So that reminds me, I wanted to ask you how it was being in the UK, being part of the coronation experience. That was quite an honor.
Now,
What was it like?
I have to tell you that it's funny. I say this as a joke all the time, and it's really the way I feel. I am a complete testament to how far an afro and platform shoes can take you. Okay? When I first started out in the business, I walked in that house with my mom and dad, and they took one look at me and said, well, there goes the family. I mean, you know, they were looking for a doctor, a lawyer, and I said, no, you don't understand. We're going places, Mom and Dad. This is it. We're the Black Beatles. We're gonna have, this is gonna be the greatest thing ever. And they just kept shaking their head. The most important thing I'll tell you is walking into, I've known King Charles for a number of years. We've been friends a long time. And we've developed a great relationship. So when he became king, I was just ever so honored. First of all, received the invitation, and then it was really more of a hangout. He made it very comfortable for me, and we enjoyed the evening. But more importantly, I think he enjoyed the ceremony, the pomp and circumstance. I kind of just played. The word I'm going to use is I played important. You know, when I say that. And here's Lionel Richie walking around with my top hat on. And of course, I was enjoying the idea of just being, it was the top hat, you know. I promise you, from the days of the afro to the top hat, that's a big jump, you know. So when it comes down to thinking of Tuskegee, Alabama, and how far a little Southern boy can go, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the journey. I'm enjoying the story. And watching the king actually take his role. What I love about him, and let me just say this to you honestly, he has ideas. He's not the administration of his mother. He is a new person, and he has a lot of ideas, and I'm excited to see him kind of expand the royal family.
Wonderful. Love
So
to hear
again, so I'm just telling you, and he's funny, he's witty. This is just people that I'm just telling everyone that I love him as a person, and again, being there was just the best.
I can only imagine. Oh my gosh, just the electricity watching it on television was something special. And I know you are also, on that note, very involved with the Prince's Trust and have been for a long time. That's quite you know, an incredible charity that gives back to people who really need help. So thank you for that too.
Well, you're right on the money. What I was so shocked about was that one of the major passions, you know, we have the same, even though we grew up in different lives, we have the same heart. And so when you think of the Princess Trust as helping a million kids, giving them the opportunity of not only learning a craft, following their dreams, but also teaching them how to be entrepreneurs. They were actually teaching them how to be business people. And it's working, it's successful. I mean, I can name Idris Alba, right, for example. If I said to you, he started with the Princess Trust. Now think about that. From his beginnings to where he is now as an actor, this guy came from the Princess Trust. We take
Wow.
kids that
Wow.
don't have a shot,
Mm.
and now here we are today. You're talking about one of the world's actors that the whole world knows. It's the best. My wardrobe designer, for example, my wardrobe person, David Thomas, he came from the Princess Trust. The first
Wow.
money that was ever given to him, he's now doing Sting, and he's doing John Legend, Lionel Richie.
Wow.
I mean, again, it came from the Princess Trust, and so it works. And so I'm really happy to be a part of it and continue onward and up with
I
this
love
wonderful
that.
chair.
Oh my gosh, that's very touching to me. Just reminded me of prior to coming to HSN back in '99. I used to work for NBC, and I wanted to cover all these stories up in Detroit that were positive, people that had nothing and made something out of themselves. And I was always met
Correct,
with
correct.
resistance, like, no, it doesn't get the ratings, doesn't get the ratings. And then somehow along the way, HSN appeared and asked me to come here and do a screen test. And at the beginning, I thought, well, that's not what I do. I read the news, but it changed my life coming here to, in our way, what we do at HSN is provide people with things that we need and the joy and maybe just the friendships that we've created through this medium of TV
Right,
commerce, if
right.
you will. It's just back to the topic of, earlier when we were talking about the journey of life and how sometimes it just takes you on
Yeah.
these twists and turns. But I love the outcome of the Princess Trust and how many people it has helped for. I mean, I think since the 70s. I mean, it's been around a long time.
Yes, exactly right. And let me say this to you. What I do love about this platform is it's real. This is not a gimmick. This is not something where we're talking about, you don't know the manufacturer. You know exactly who's selling it. You know the story behind it. And I could not ask for a better platform to talk to my fans. If I can tell you right now, this hour or 2 hours that I'm spending here, this is everything, because I can't tell you how many people stop me on the street and they start talking and I go, excuse me, I was trying I was trying to get to that I was trying to get to that store right there, but they want to tell me about their lives and how the
Mm,
songs changed their lives.
love it.
And
Love it.
here I am on stage. I'm trying to sing the song. And there's a lady on the front row trying to tell me about, this is her anniversary tonight, and she was married on Easy Like Sunday Morning or
Ah.
whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, excuse me, I'm singing a show. I'll get back to you in a minute. So,
Oh,
so this
goodness.
gives me an opportunity to share not only the stories, but to give you kind of a back uh, story of what all this is about, and the creativity of this, how we
Right.
created Hello, how we created Easy Like Sunday Morning, and the passion behind it. That's what's important to me.
I love that you went back to that because that's really where it goes back to. This isn't, like I said before, it's not Lionel just putting his name on a fragrance that somebody else came up with. He's
No,
so involved and really creating through the plants and the flowers in your backyard, primarily, Lionel, from what you've told us already,
yeah,
that inspire you and that make you feel good. And then it's just that explosion of when you blend things properly. Let's go through these notes. The top notes being
yeah.
fresh strawberry and grapefruit and almond blossom. Middle notes, jasmine, sambac, white freesia, waterlily. And then for me, it's always those base notes that dry down of the
Yeah, I was going to say,
patchouli, sandalwood, sugared
yes,
musks.
yes, sandalwood. And just to show you how the blend, now I'm not a heavy musk guy, but once they taught me, when I say taught me, I mean gave me the concept that I can put the right blend, the right amount of musk in, it actually enhances another fragrance. It enhances the sandalwood. It
Ah,
enhances the strawberry. So again, you have to kind of know that what I thought was not going to be the best in the right level is even better than I could ever imagine.
So you go through the sniffing I mean, I don't know what the process is like. I've never developed my own fragrance. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of like, yep, no, go back to the lab, fix, a little amp up this and
Uh,
take down that. I'm sure it's a
yes,
process.
yes. Well, I can tell you how it works for me. Let's talk about the music, and the same thing applies from the music to how I treat the fragrance. Um, I will not listen to the music blaring through the speakers. I'll go out in the hall and
Ah.
listen to the song in the hall. Now, if it sounds great in the hall, that's it. Well, the same thing happens in fragrance. You can sit there all day long and sniff and sniff and smell it, and you'll drive yourself crazy. What I love to do is walk out of the room, go away. In fact, don't walk back in the room. Put it on myself, put it on someone else, and pass by them. If it gets my attention, we've got show business.
Oh my
If
gosh.
it's something that I do not like, and I go, ladies and gentlemen, you can be ever so close, but this is not working. And so, you know what I'm saying? I mean, don't you? Because you can psych yourself out. You can actually, oh my God, this is amazing. It has the proper notes. It has the grapefruit, and the answer is you missed the whole thing. Pass by somebody and go, wow, what was that?
Right.
That's the that's the angle.
And I'm so, you like cue it up for me every time, Lionel, because it's so true what you said. This is a fragrance that it's so like, it's alluring. It draws
Yeah,
you, but it's not like,
yeah, yeah,
wow,
yeah,
that's nice.
yeah,
It's really beautiful. It's soft, it's dreamy, it
yes.
lingers a little bit. And
Ah,
I feel like, because I was talking to a friend of mine before I came out to studio, and it smelled like on her, it smelled a little different than it did on me. I feel like it's interesting how
correct,
the chemistry can change
correct.
based on, I guess your body temperature,
Someone else's body chemistry.
right, your
Yes,
pH balance. I don't
yes,
know what it is, but it
yes,
really
yeah,
makes it
yeah,
so
yeah,
personal from that
yeah.
perspective.
The thing that works here, I love this. I'm doing rollerball and you're doing the spring. The two of us together, we might actually be arrested by the time we finish this whole thing, because I don't know in terms of what my fragrance smells like. But I will tell you, the idea is you don't want it to be overpowering. You just want it to be get your attention just a little bit. But it's your signature. You
Oh,
know,
it's so
the
good.
worst thing the best compliment you can ever get in life is, "What are you wearing?
Right,
What is
right,
that?"
right.
That's it.
I would only
That's this.
imagine, and this is from, I'm sure I'm just speaking for all the millions of women who adore you and are in love with you. I would imagine this is how you'd want your woman to smell.
Hello. Let's use words that let's use the word sexy. Let's use the word passionate. Let's use the word, when you start thinking about what are people trying to do, the word is attraction. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Hmm.
don't get me wrong. At the end of the day, um, something has to be sensual. I mean, something has to. It's not just in your face. Something has to be cozy. It has to be something where it's familiar. You just don't quite know what all of that is.
Yeah,
And
right.
so when you meet someone, yes, you like their voice. Yes, you like their hair, but it's the combination of that makes the whole person. And I'm going to tell you a little secret about this. What I have found, if you're waiting for guys
Mm.
to buy a fragrance, okay, the best thing that ever happened to the fragrance was the women, ladies in my life, will go out and say, I want you to wear this
Hmm.
because this is what I like.
This is how I want you
And
to smell. Yeah.
and thank you very much. And what happens in my world is that once someone says that to you, you've got it. Follow me? And that goes for everything else in life. It's you want to be attractive, you want to be appealing, and you want someone to notice you. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, right. Which kind of makes me feel as I'm smelling this, because I've been spraying it, throughout the presentation, there's a cleanness to it. I love a fresh,
Yeah,
clean smell
yeah,
in a
yeah,
fragrance. then it takes you on a totally different journey as it dries down and as you go through your day. It's clean, it's soft, it's very feminine.
Yes.
It almost at the beginning,
Yes.
my first thought was it's a little powdery because it's not too citrusy, it's
Ah,
not too florally. It's just really quite amazing.
it's the word I love is fresh, and how it wears as the day goes on or the evening goes on.
Hmm.
It wears well because a lot of times it loses its luster. And have you ever seen someone that has to keep reapplying, because it's fading or it's not working? In this case, there's a moment where it just gets used to you and rolls on, to as you heat up, as you go through your evening or your day, it becomes even better because it's it becomes you.
Yes.
That's all I can say. It's who you are.
And here's the thing, you will never know, for those of you watching, you'll never know until you try Easy Like Sunday Morning by Lionel Richie. It is it's an experience. It sets your day up or your night up if you're going out on a date. You have to experience it to know how beautiful it really is. And if, again, you're just tuning in, I know people flipping through the channels all the time. Lionel's on the West Coast. It's pretty early out there. It's getting late on this coast. But everybody wants
Yeah,
to know
right.
what we're doing at midnight, which is crazily how we start a new day. We're live at midnight Eastern time every day. And this is a only one day to experience Easy Like Sunday Morning in both the 3.4-ounce Eau de Parfum, and here you get the Rollerball. In retail, you won't get the Rollerball. In retail, when it does get into the stores, which is going to be somewhere around Christmas or after Christmas, you're going to spend $59 for it. So this is about almost an $80 bundle that we're giving you at 50. So,
Wow.
and free shipping, and you can spread this over the course of 5 months or 6. If you don't love it, you're not going to ever feel stuck. Lionel wants you to be thrilled. He wants you to love the fragrance. So you can return it. You've got 30 days to be able to do so. I just really, really hope, and I know how many of you are still on the phones joining us and ordering yours. The item is 75694. This is not something you can get tomorrow at this price or later in our birthday month at this price. It is only today, 24 hours. And Lionel, thank you for having so much energy to be with us tonight live for not 1 hour,
Oh,
but 2 hours. So we've got more to share with
I love
everybody.
it.
You're
I
amazing.
love it.
You really are amazing. By the way, just as an
Thank
aside,
you, Callie.
I just got tickets for your Earth, Wind, and Fire stop here in St. Pete at the Mahaffey in
Thank you
November.
very much.
I'm so excited to see you.
I will see you there. See, we have to gossip some more
We
because
will.
I see now you know what I'm saying? Because we have to talk about the country album and things we couldn't talk about on the air that we can talk about in person. And now here we are with Easy Like Sunday Morning. We've got a lot to talk about.
We do, much to catch up on and much to celebrate based on, again, how incredibly popular this is. And when you were here, it was just about 6 months ago, 7 months ago, I guess, when we launched Hello, which was, I believe, your first fragrance. It was like,
Correct.
it was
That's correct.
crazy how instantly it sold out. We obviously brought more in with this fragrance because it's our today's special. Hello was just a 1 show or maybe a 2 show opportunity that never happened because it sold out beforehand. So there it is, both men's and women's version. How would you explain this scent to somebody who hasn't tried it yet, Lionel?
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, listen, for me, I put everything I could possibly think of in terms of what I love about my garden. And so when I say that, I mean truthfully, for me, it was the lemons in my garden, the grapefruit. Again, let me go back and think about that from the tuberose. You start thinking of jasmine, and I'm trying to. You're catching me off guard here in
No,
terms of my
that's fine.
pieces, but
I
but
have a
but what I'm saying to you is, all of the things are in my garden, and it's if you think for a moment, yes, is grapefruit overpowering? It seems like is lemon overpowering? Is pear overpowering? But the combination, and I will tell you right now, I tried to throw every one of the things I loved in one fragrance, and that's why it came out so well. If I may even, you know, pat myself on the back for a moment, did you know that that particular fragrance became in the finals of Fragrance of the Year.
No kidding?
So I want you to, yes, we were up against some pretty stiff. When I say stiff, I mean the younger crowd. Let's talk about this. When I say that, I mean,
That's
I won't call
amazing.
any names. All
No,
I can tell you is the more established fragrances. And Lionel Richie runs from
wow.
the center of the line all the way up. And thank you very much.
Look at you. And
I
thank
feel
you
very
very
good
much.
about that.
I would. I love it. You should. I mean, that's a very competitive world. I mean, it's crazy because you just introduced it. Good for you. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Another
yeah, I feel very
well-deserved.
good about that.
Good.
Thank you.
So that's available, and as you'll see on the screen, bonus buy. And what that means is get the Today Special, and you'll get Hello at $17. It's an amazing opportunity. That's a full-size bottle. Once again, there's the ladies' version and there's the men's version. You should get them both, because some of us, Lionel, I think some women, myself included, granted I'm a bit of a tomboy, but I like men's fragrances on me myself too.
So I will tell you the answer to everything, which is if I told you how many men actually wear the ladies and vice versa, I'm one of those because again, it's not a man ladies thing. It's how do you feel? So that's the whole concept of this is if I told you half the time of me growing up, I wasn't in my dad's part of the bathroom. I was in my mom's part of the bathroom because that's the part that had the stuff that I